Thank you so much for coming. I'm very blessed to be here speaking to you. And what I've seen in my work with people is that what I'll share with you today can really make a massive difference. It can change you from being insecure and in handcuffs, not able to move, terrified, to actually being able to live the life that you want. Go for the things you want. Just imagine how your life can be when you really know, there's nothing to lose. There's nothing to be afraid of. Not just intellectually know, but deeply know it. Now, that sounds like a fairy tale, and I don't ask you to believe me, I ask you to see it for yourself. My Picassos. So, we are in a paradigm right now, working and operating, where it looks like a person's actions, behaviors are giving me a certain feeling. So for example, today, I woke up, I was in this room, and I felt nervous. Oh my God, hopefully I'm going to deliver here. Hopefully I'm going to make a difference to you. This is a bit nerve-wracking. It looked to me like it was coming from the outside, from this event, from me standing right here, right now. That's the paradigm we're functioning in. Now, if I believe that my feelings are coming from out there, then what should I do? Well, I have to control someone. I have to run away. I have to hide. I have no other options. I'm bound. So I'll give you an example. I used to get always insecure when I was talking to my mom. And she'd look at me. I'd be like, oh, she's disapproving. She doesn't like what I'm saying. I'm a bad son. I don't feel all anxious. Now, if I'm operating in this paradigm, what should I do? Change mom? Change her? Can't. But this is what the only option we really have when we are believing this to be true. Now, when I came across this understanding through principles, I started to see a new paradigm, which I'll explain in a moment. I was able to talk with my mom. She looked at me, and I thought, oh, she doesn't like what I'm saying. That's it. Nothing to do with me, nothing else. Don't have to change mom, yay. That's supposed to be a teddy bear. I forgot the ears. I like this example because it's very, very simple. When a child goes to bed and gets the teddy bear and feels all secure and safe, and probably all of you had some kind of teddy bear or something like that when you were a child. And you feel all safe, and it looks like, oh, it's the teddy bear that I can fall asleep. And dare you, if you take away that thing from the child, it can't sleep anymore. I was like one. If you take it to wash, you don't want that. You don't want it anymore. So to a child, it looks like the safety and security that it feels. It's coming from teddy bear. Now, as adults, we all know teddy bear has no magical power. There's nothing inherent in the teddy bear that can create this feeling. Nothing. I can give the teddy bear to you and be like, yeah, so? What's so special? Nothing. To the child, that's what creates the feeling. It looks like that. It really looks like that. But just because it looks like that doesn't mean it is like that. If you see the sunrise, it really looks like the sun is rising and setting. It's going around the world. It looks like that. It's not true. So where's the feelings coming from? It's not from teddy bear. It's coming from the child. It can only come from the child. Has nothing to do with the teddy bear. Now, as we grow up, the teddy bear becomes our Ferraris, our houses, our bank account, our relationships, our jobs. So many people are absolutely afraid to lose their job because they believe that's who they are. They believe that's where the security is coming from. Now, if I believe the security is coming from my job, of course I'm afraid to lose it. And there's a practical side of having a job, providing for your family, but the feeling of security does not come from there. And that's where the freedom lies. That's what can set you free. It can set you free to live the life that you want. You're still going to get scared. I got scared today. And that's fine. But knowing that nothing on the outside is causing the feelings gives me the freedom to go into whatever situation. I can stay up here. I don't have to run away. Even if I'm scared. I can get up here. Now, what do feelings telling us about? They're not telling us about the outside. They're not telling us about us. They're not telling us about how your job is. If you're not telling us about the other person's reaction or anything like that. What are they telling us about? They're telling us about one thing, and one thing only. And I would like to use a metaphor for this, and that is, imagine you're sitting or standing behind a glass. And this glass changes colors. Sometimes it goes red. And then it looks like the world is red. It looks like the world is green, pink, yellow, gray, black, whatever you call it. It changes colors all the time. And you get so absorbed into the glass and looking at the world that at certain points it looks like, oh, it's red because of this object there. That's what caused it. That's why everything is red. In this metaphor, the colors are the feelings. Feelings color our experience. And it looks like it's coming from an object outside of us. It really looks like that. But that's not true. It's not where it comes from. And if it's the glass that just changes coloration, my feelings alerts me to that, which is very useful. It's very good to know whether I frustrated glass that I'm looking through, or angry glass, or happy glass. Very useful. But when I get into a trap and think, oh, I frustrate glass on because someone, you're the one. I need to tell you off, and I need to change you, and I need to do all kinds of things to you. It's good to know that, no, actually I'm just having frustrated glasses on. Doesn't mean that I have to accept all behavior. Absolutely not. But it does mean that at any moment, a situation that we're struggling with can change. Just like that. That's what Sid experienced. You go from a moment of being completely insecure and scared to being okay. When you know it's just the colorations of the glasses. And everything that you're aware of, that includes your conscious thoughts. That includes your body. That includes the personality. Everything you're aware of gets colored by that. So you know it's the glasses. There's nothing that you need to be afraid of. It can feel really scary. It can feel frightening. It can feel like a nightmare. And you can wake up. And you all had the experience of that. It's not something new. You all had it. I was on a retreat in Tenerife. I had a dream. In this dream I had a problem. I don't remember the problem. But I had the problem for years in that dream. And I was thrashing around, trying to get out of the problem in this dream. And it felt real. It felt this huge problem. And I can't fix it. I can't get out of it. What do I do? And then I woke up. I realized it was a dream. There was no problem. There was just a problem in the dream. There's a problem when I'm in the dynamics of feeling trapped by a situation till I wake up to the truth. And just notice how the room is quieting down. How it's quieting down inside of you. That's where the solutions are to all your problems. It's inside. It's in that space. And my job as a transformational professional is to provide that context. So you get in touch with who you really are. With that stillness, that silence, that permeates everything. And it's when we drop in that space where we feel the love. The love is never created from the outside. It's when all the stuff drops away. And this is what this understanding does. It's not something you have to analyze and understand intellectually. It's what you see for yourself. And you saw the diamond. I love the diamond. Because all that poop, that starts dropping away. All the coping mechanisms of how I have to be drops away. All the things I have to avoid start dropping away. And what comes out is the beauty, it's the love. Is what those kids wrote down. They knew it, and you know it. We all know it at some level. We just forget, and we get trapped in nightmares. And that's part of the beauty of life. It's like a movie. Get absorbed, you lose yourself, and then you wake up again. And you find back to yourself. Sydney Banks wasn't the first one who found that. Many wise men has found before. And it's all in you. And that's what makes a difference. It's when you see it for yourself, not when you believe it. When you see it. Because the way you see the world is how you act towards the world. The way you see the world is how you act towards the world. So if you want an effortless change, you need an insight. Because an insight changes the way you see the world. And so I encourage you for the rest of the day that you can listen more deeply. You can feel more deeply. Because that's what's going to make the difference here. That's what's going to make it worthwhile to spend a day here for you. And that's what I'm passionate about. If I can make one little difference in your life, if you get touched one little bit, you can change your life in any direction. Thank you.